It's 12:31 and the state of Indiana certainly in the national spotlight today, and it's your vote that could make a difference in the presidential race for candidates. And the candidates do know that voter turnout is key to the race today. Carrie Klein on the near north side with how the numbers today look so far.
In spite of the rainy, chilly weather, voter turnout has been steady throughout the region. Here at the Martin Luther King Community Center on Indy's near north side, they say they have seen a steady stream of voters and a higher than normal number for a primary election. But of course, with this being a presidential election year, there is very high interest.
Good morning. Vote Cantwell, please.
In Greenwood at the Mount Pleasant Christian Church, we saw incredible numbers. There, more than 100 people were waiting in line before the polls even opened at 6 o'clock. And then there was a steady stream of voters, between 30 and 50 at a time, waiting to cast their vote. Wait times were only 15 minutes because this is one of the larger polling places in Johnson County with 20 voting machines, so they're able to get people through fairly quickly. After they voted, we talked with a number of voters who all seem to have pretty much the same reason for coming out to vote today.
Well, I think everybody needs to make a choice. I mean, otherwise you can't change things.
It's every citizen's duty to vote, so that's what brought me out.
Well, there's a lot of choices to be made right now, so I felt it was important to get out and do my part.
You know, doing my part, so I had to make my choices. Thank you for voting.
Back here in Indianapolis, that steady line continues as poll workers answer questions and voters continue to exercise their right to vote. Don't forget, polls close at 6 o'clock this evening. Back to you.
And here's what is at stake in Indiana. 83 delegates up for grabs on the Democratic side, 57 delegates for the Republicans. Indiana's open primary means that independent voters can pick to vote either Democratic or Republican. Edward Lawrence tells us how Indiana's primary results could in fact change the presidential race.
Voters are flocking to the polls in Indiana, where in this open primary, even registered independents can participate. Senator Ted Cruz has drawn a line in the sand, making his stand against Donald Trump in the Hoosier state.
Indiana faces a choice, and it's a choice not just for the state, not just for the Republican Party, but for the entire country.
Cruz's vice presidential pick pushed for last-minute votes at a pancake house.
Thank you for getting up on a rainy day.
But momentum may already be shifting. A new national NBC News SurveyMonkey poll shows Trump increasing his lead with 56% support, 34 points ahead of Cruz.
Lion Ted does not have the temperament to be doing this.
For Democrats, Senator Bernie Sanders says he will not bow out of the race, hitting Hillary Clinton again about money she got from Wall Street.
Now, you know, I think if you give a speech for $225,000 for an hour's work or 20 minutes work, it must be an unbelievably brilliant speech.
Clinton in West Virginia trying to persuade coal miners that she's on their side.
But I'm going to get up every single day trying to figure out what to do to help you.
Indiana voters find themselves the next stop of a highly contested race. Experts say at this point, Senator Bernie Sanders' goal is to move Hillary Clinton's platform to the left because he likely will not win the nomination. In Washington, Edward Lawrence, NBC News.
And we have you covered all day on the air and online. Watch for updates or any problems that we see at the polling places as the results come in today. Then you want to make sure you tune in tonight after Eyewitness News and the Nightly News. We have our primary election special that airs tonight right here at 7 o'clock.